Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about my top citrus fragrances. This video was requested a long time ago, a few months ago. I'm sorry, I've just been able to film it today. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my criteria for these fragrances. So I just selected fragrances that I have, or at least have a travel size of. So I was able to get a full wear of the fragrance and I know them pretty well. To start with, yes, I tried to reduce this list, but it was really hard for me. So I will have 15 fragrances to talk about because, yes, I love citrus fragrances. So that's maybe why also. And to start with, I want to talk about some fragrances that I don't have. I just have samples of them, but I believe, yes, if I had more aware of these fragrances, and maybe they could come into my collection, and maybe they would deserve to be in this top. So to start quickly with these fragrances, the first one is Nio by Zerjoff. So I just have a sample of this one, and I didn't use that much, but I recognize that this is a pretty good fragrance. It is a sharp, dry bergamot, but it's also quite aromatic, spicy and woody. I really enjoy this one. It's green also. It's supposed to be a men's fragrance, but to me it's definitely unisex. Okay, just to talk quickly about it, all the fragrances I'm going to present are citrus fragrances, and for me they're basically all unisex fragrances. So, and yes, this one I really enjoy. I try not to wear it too much because I'm afraid to enjoy this one too much. It's so expensive for a citrus fragrance that I don't know, I'm afraid I like it too much and I want to buy a bottle because it's pretty expensive, this Xerjoff fragrance. My second fragrance I wanted to talk about is a fragrance by Frédéric Malle. It is Bigarade Concentré. I couldn't find my sample anymore. This is a fragrance I really enjoyed and I want to buy at least a travel size of this because I know you can buy this travel size on Frédéric Malle website or in a boutique. I tried in a boutique, they didn't have it anymore, so I didn't get it for summer, but I really enjoy it. And it is a beautiful bitter orange. It's like you just cut the fruit and you get the zest of the fruit. It's also really dry and not sweet at all. This fragrance also is not sweet. There's no sweetness in Nio and Bigarade Concentré. It's also pretty green and woody, and it's also a beautiful citrus fragrance. Okay, so my next fragrance is a fragrance by Laboratorio Olfativo. It's a brand new fragrance, I believe, also created by Jean-Claude Helena as Bigarade Concentré, and it is Limon. So I really enjoy this one because compared to the two other ones, it's pretty sweet, but it's like an overdose of lemons. You have this sweetness of the lemons, but you also have this tartness, this bitterness from the lemon. I found it really clever in the creation of this fragrance, and it reminds me of lemon candies or lemon pie maybe. And I found it really, really interesting. It's a bit soapy after that in the dry down, but really clean. But I really enjoyed it one. And the longevity seemed to be quite good too. So I don't know, if I have more wear of this one, maybe, I don't know, it would be in the top too. And my next one is also a creation by Laboratorio Olfativo, by Jean-Claude Helena, and it is Mandarino. So this is part of the 3 new fragrances, citrus fragrances that they created, and these two are, to me, the best ones. So this one basically smells like a fruit salad to me. It's really delicious, it's sweet, it's slightly maybe minty. I smell a lot of oranges. I don't know what in it, but for sure there's mandarin orange, I believe. And it's even like, if I was smelling it blindly, I would say it even has something like kiwi or banana, because I really have something like a fruit salad. And it's really pleasant. It's really beautiful, quite unique. And yeah, I really enjoyed that one. So my last one in these 5, let's say, outsiders is a fragrance by Matière Première, and it is Cologne Cedra. So I tried also this one this year. It's a recent discovery, I would say. It was created by Aurélien Guichard, and it is a bergamot, sparkling bergamot with some pepper and some mate. So this is really interesting to have this mate note. It works really well with the bergamot. And it's also clever, the use of the pepper notes to bring this brightening, sparkling effect in the opening with the bergamot. So this one is also a pretty one. Okay, so now let's jump to my top 15 citrus fragrances. How I selected them. I selected fragrances mostly, mainly focused on citrus, of course. So, but also best for summer because they also have some darker citrus fragrances, I would say, that are more gourmand, sweeter, deeper, that I used to wear more for fall, winter season. So I try to focus more on the lighter summer ones, I would say. So the first one is Lemon Island. So this one is also a recent one. I had it the beginning of the year, I believe. I took it with me. I love to have the travel size of Atelier Cologne because this is the kind of fragrance that I love to take with me on holidays. And this one is a lemon, jasmine, and vanilla fragrance. It has this beachy vibe, I would say, like not really scent and lotion, but really have this sand, hot skin type of fragrance vibe, I would say. And yeah, it's a really pretty one. It's at the bottom of the list because I didn't have much more wear of this one, and so far I enjoy it, but it reminds me also of another fragrance that it's higher on my list and that I prefer. So that may be why also. And this is the first one. My next one, number 14, is another creation by Jean-Claude Helena, and it is Eau de Pamplemousse Rose by Hermès. So this is a pretty simple fragrance. Smells like pink grapefruit, of course, but I like also that they played on word with this rose, because in French this is the same word for pink and rose, and it also has the note of rose. So it has a little bit of rose. It has some mintiness, I would say, note of mint, I would say, in the top. At least for me, I don't know. And maybe some oranges. But it is pretty simple fragrance. It doesn't evolve much on my skin, I would say. It's pretty linear, but it's really pleasant for summer. And yeah, this is my number 14. My next fragrance is a Guerlain fragrance, number 13. It is Guerlain Homme. So this one smells like a mojito. It has as much lime than mint, I would say. For me, it's Thai, 50-50 between the mint and the lime. But this is a really pleasant one. It's slightly boozy. It has some vetiver in the background. And it is definitely an easy one to wear. So yeah, this is why I enjoy it and it is on this list. Number 12, it is another Guerlain fragrance that also reminds me of a cocktail. And it is Limon Verde. So this is an Aqua Allegoria. This one has also lime. It's quite green. It has a hint of fig. It's pretty sweet. It's sweeter than Guerlain Homme, which is more aromatic, I would say. And it's like a cocktail of fruit with some lime on top. And it's really, really pleasant, easy to wear. And I prefer it slightly to Guerlain Homme, so that's why it's number 12. Number 11, it is Nice Bergamote by Essentiel Parfum. So I really enjoy this fragrance. It's a beautiful bergamot. Quite floral. I believe it has some jasmine or ylang ylang. I don't know for the rest, but it is really beautiful. I enjoy this one. The opening is gorgeous, but the only problem for me is the longevity of this fragrance. It really has a poor longevity on me, so this is why it is number 11 and not higher, but really beautiful. I love also that they make travel size for holidays. My next one, number 10, is by Goutal, Paris, and it is Eau d'Adrien. So I have the no alcohol without, alcohol-free version, because I think it's really practical when you go, not to take with you on holidays because it is a ceramic bottle, but when it's really hot and I need to apply something, I want to go out and I know that I will be in the sun, it's nice to know that it doesn't have alcohol, so I'm not gonna have some marks on my skin. So yeah, this is why I really enjoy this one, but also because it smells really good. So I enjoyed the regular one and I chose this alternative because this is a fragrance that I wear mostly in summer. And it is a beautiful cocktail also of citruses. It has lots of lemons. It has some mandarin orange, and it has also some note of cedra. How do you say that? I think it's cedra is citron in English. This is strange, but yeah. And after that, it has some a woody base, I would say, that I enjoy also. I don't really know what's in the base, but this woody base is really beautiful and makes the fragrance last a bit longer, even if the alcohol-free version, I believe, lasts longer, I would say, than the usual version, because it has no alcohol, so maybe that's why. But still, it's really pretty, and I love to wear it for summer. So this is my number 10. Number 9, unfortunately discontinued fragrance by Guerlain. It is L'Homme Idéal Cologne. So this version, I really enjoyed it because, in the opening, it's beautiful cocktail of citruses, of course, like grapefruit, orange, and bergamot. It has also this sparkling effect coming from the pink pepper. So it's really bright in the opening. I really enjoyed that. And after that, when the fragrance evolves, you have this beautiful note of almond, which is delicious and works really well with the citrus. So this is what I really enjoyed in this fragrance. Don't know why it get discontinued. So my number 8 is a tropical fragrance, and it is by Atelier Cologne. It is Pacific line. So another one that I love to take with me on holidays. So that's why I took this travel size. And yes, I found it really smart that they use this note of eucalyptus. I was not pretty sure of it because this is a note that I'm usually not fond of, but it works really well with the coconut, the lime, the lemons, the mint. It's one that I really, really enjoy for summer. And this is my number 8. Number 7, a beautiful creation by Christine Nagel. And it is a fragrance by Hermès. It is Eau de Citron Noir. So this fragrance to me is quite unique. This is like holy smoke lemons. It really smells like smoky lemons, and basically that's it. You have a hint of tea, I would say, behind that, and some gaiac wood, and then I don't know, maybe more citrus, but this is what I smell the most. This is a fragrance also that I love to layer with a vanilla fragrance, for example, maybe when it's colder. So keep in mind that this one you can really layer it easily. And if you do that, it even reminds me of fragrances like Soul of My Soul by Italie Beau d'Orange. So this is really practical because you can create easily another fragrance and deepen it for winter. But it's also something really refreshing and bringing some, I don't know, the smoke. I was quite skeptical, but the smoke worked really well in the heat with these citruses. So this is a beautiful creation. I enjoyed this one. This is quite polarizing, I would say. People seem to enjoy this one or really don't, but I really do. Okay, so I would say the last 6 ones, it was really hard for me to rank them because I really love them all. So I believe, yes, the order maybe is not that important for these ones. But my number 6 is a fragrance by Guerlain again. And it is a flanker. It is Shalimar Cologne. So yes, of course, this one had to be in my top citrus fragrances. I love this fragrance. This beautiful citrus in the opening. So gorgeous with this floral notes and the vanilla. It has this garlinade. It's really, really beautiful. It's a airy version, I would say, of Shalimar for summer. Unfortunately, it's discontinued also, but it's really beautiful. I love this one. It's slightly gourmand, and the citrus notes are really beautiful. So that's why I had to include this one. I love the lemons in it. For sure, it has lemon and bergamot. That's what I smell the most. And as long as it evolves, you have this, cottony feel with the like comforting white vanilla and some floral notes in between. But even if you don't really get the floral notes here, don't be worried about it. I believe maybe men could be enjoying this one too. So for sure, a beautiful one. Okay, number 5 is another Guerlain fragrance, and it is an Aqua Allegoria. It is Orange Soleil, which was released, I believe, last year. And this one, yes, of course, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous, juicy blood orange fragrance. It really makes me thirsty, almost hungry. It has also a hint of mint in the opening, some pink pepper, and it is really, really pretty. I love it. It has a good longevity for a citrus fragrance. On my skin, it works really well, and it has a great longevity, which is, yeah, usually not the case on me, especially. And yeah, to me, this one had definitely to be in the top 5. My next one is again a Guerlain fragrance. This is funny because I didn't notice I had so many Guerlain fragrances in my top. I'm realizing now. But yeah, there's a good reason. And this one is Le Frenchie. So Le Frenchie has lots of citrus in the opening, which are really beautiful. I love the bergamot note in here. I love the lemons, the cedra, the citron. And it has a beautiful note of verbena also. It's also really aromatic. It's, I would say, half citrusy, half aromatic to me, because it has also this beautiful note, of verbena and lavender. I really do smell the lavender in here. Maybe some sage. I'm wondering if it doesn't have sage. Okay, I don't know. But after that, in Dryland, you have lots of beautiful notes that I adore, like vetiver and also ambergris. That makes it really attractive to me. And it is really a gorgeous one. I love this one. This is also my boyfriend fragrance. We both have our bottle. But yeah, I really love it. My next fragrance is a fragrance by Peris Monte Carlo, and it is Mandarino di Sicilia. So I've already talked about this fragrance. I believe I've already talked about all these fragrances because I really love them. But this one is pretty new, so I believe I've talked about it maybe in my July, June favorites. And it is, as the name suggests, lots of mandarin orange, like an explosion of mandarin orange. You're smelling each part of the fruit. It's really juicy, but it's also bitter. You have this, each part of the fruit, the zest, the pulp of it. It has some bitter orange. And I don't know, it has this little bit of, not spiciness, but something like a bit tingling coming from the geranium notes. And yeah, it has also a really good longevity because I believe it has some woody notes and some musk in the background, in the base notes. So the projection, the longevity for this one is really good, which is pretty rare for citrus fragrances, but this one it's projecting a lot also, and I love the smell of it. So yeah, definitely a really good one, really good discovery. My number 2, which could have been for sure my number 1, but yeah, I will explain why my number 1 is my number 1. So it is Bergamot Calabria by Guerlain. I love this fragrance. I've already talked a lot about it. I just love the way it smells. The bergamot is really beautiful. To me, it smells really, really, I would say, genuine, authentic, really close to the bergamot. And it also has these beautiful spices that work really well with it, like ginger and cardamom, which is, and some woody notes in the background. It's a perfect one. I love this one. I could drench myself in it. How do you say that? Bathe myself in it. I could have only one fragrance for summer. I believe I could take this one with me. I love the smell of it. The only problem for me is the longevity that is not really good on me. But I don't mind reapplying it because this is how much I love this fragrance. It smells really, really good and delicious. Almost gourmand, and I had so many compliments wearing this one. Just love it. I couldn't quit my collection. I believe this one is for life. And my number 1 is the beautiful and delicious Eau de Yuzu by Nikolai. I really, really love this fragrance. I'm glad I have the bottle of it, but sometimes I regret I didn't get a bigger one. Honestly, I'm happy with this little one because I can take it with me, but I believe at some point I will have to rebuy it. It's a beautiful yuzu fragrance, but it has also some notes of grapefruit, I really enjoy also that they brought some juniper and gaiac wood in this fragrance. Is bringing something more, I would say. The juniper works really well with the other notes. And it has also some patchouli. So I believe this is what's helping this fragrance to project, because honestly, this is my top one. This is my number one, because it is a beautiful citrus fragrance. I love the composition, but it also projects a lot, and it also has a really good longevity on me, which is pretty rare for this kind of fragrances. So if you want a fragrance that smells really great, that will last all day long and project really well, but I believe you have to try this one. This is really a great fragrance, and a fragrance by Nikolai. So voila, these are my top citrus fragrances. I hope you enjoyed my selection. Tell me what you think about it. What are your favorite citrus fragrances? I'm really interested because I love citrus fragrances. So just in case you love citrus fragrances that I've never tried, I'm really curious. And I hope to see you soon in my next video. Bye!